Do you find it ironic? A little too ironic, don't you think? Yeah, I really do think. It's like pain when you see a Litecoin sign. It's like rain on your wedding day. How about some Hodl It? It's free Hodl It shirt. I hear they're going to be finally coming out soon. So get ready to get hooked up with Hodl It. Um, So I got an email from one of my subscribers. She emails me every now and then. She emailed Cliff and I think maybe Bix, and who else did she email? Michelle Sharon, or Sharon Michelle, actually it's backwards. And she says, "Hi everyone. Well, it's day number 3." She sent this evening at my time, 6 o'clock. So that was about 4 hours ago. Well, I'll be releasing this in the morning, but. Well, it's day number 3, and you still cannot get money or pay bills at Wells Fargo. I know Sharon Michelle, has said Wells Fargo was going down in 2019, 6 months ago. Cliff, I know that you said banks would close. You may have even mentioned Wells Fargo. I think you did. Benjamin at Matrix Portfolio, Matrix Oracle, saw Wells Fargo closing down, as did Penny Kelly. You all are amazing. I opened up an account at a different bank, but the procrastinator that I am did not fully transfer all my funds from Wells Fargo yet. I think that they are probably having liquidity issues and that they are lying about the server. Hopefully, I will still get a chance to get my money transferred out. Wells Fargo deserves to go down for sure. Well, this should be a good temporal marker for you all. We should be getting much closer to the crap hitting the fan in a crypto run-up. Cliff, I wish you do another Alta report soon, but I know that you're getting yourself more self-sufficient is a lot more important. Take care, Sue. And I remember old Sue. We've had some conversations in the past, and she got into Bitcoin and did real well, at least in the beginning. She may be in the same boat the rest of us are in. Our portfolios are way down, but she did well at the time, and hopefully she still has a bunch of her Bitcoin. So, you look at some of these news articles, and Wells Fargo banking system breakdown raises new concern. Wells Fargo fixes outage issue that caused some paychecks not to go through. Wells Fargo says it's working to fully restore systems as outage spills over, whatever. Wells Fargo CEO promises outage review as delays persist. Now, I haven't been able to find any, when I hit on the news link in Google, it's all February the 8th, and then the 6th, 8th, mainly the 8th. So I'm not seeing any new news, although, let's see, Wells Fargo extends weekend hours after online banking outage, yeah. So you remember the days of BitConnect and Laser Online, any of them? Anyone that went down, we're having database troubles, we're having server troubles, we'll be back up soon, your funds are safe, don't worry about it. And then we're exit scamming, remember that? Well, I'm not talking about a crypto scam. I'm talking about Wells freaking Fargo, the bank. The same one that made up, filled out credit report, what do you call it? I guess, that's what I'm looking for, not an I guess a credit application or whatever. And by the bank employees, put their customer's name on there. Brother's got to get paid. We got quota to make, son. And then, oh, you're late on your payment. You're late on that. Oh, what? I don't remember signing up for that. Oh, yeah, you must have done that a while back. Oh, I didn't know. Wrong. Donald Trump would say, wrong. Wrong. They were committing fraud. Did anybody go to jail? No. See, when you're a bank, you get away scot-free. You walk in a restaurant, you don't pay, you're going to jail. You're going to jail. Go to one of these rental places. I want to rent a laptop or electronics. They rent to own. You don't pay it, police will come knock on your door because they'll actually treat it as stolen goods. I was a part of a case when I used to volunteer for the sheriff's office. I was doing a ride along with a deputy at one time, and we went to this guy. I did a video on this. It was insane. We get to the guy's house, Knock on the door. He was drinking or something, so he was out cold. But they woke him up. Knock on the door. He woke up. Oh, so and so. Yep, come outside. What's this for? Stolen property, whatever. Stolen property. You have a laptop that you rented from somewhere and didn't pay them. Well, stolen laptop. Oh, I don't feel good. I don't feel good. Call an ambulance. And they're like, oh, here we go. They called the ambulance. The guy was actually having a little issue. So they took him to the hospital, and that was the whole ride along. Like, we didn't get to go do anything else. We were at the hospital because he was the main deputy on the scene. I was with him right along. Go to the hospital. And they forced, we're going to Baker Act you, sir. They forced to get his blood, forcefully. He was fighting, kicking, and screaming, I don't want to do it, I don't want to do it. They forced him. Oh, he's got a low pressure, this and that. Oh, give him this. Oh, he's got another problem, send him down to the ICU. I'm like, this is over maybe a $500 laptop. Knock on the door, call the EMS has to come, work on him there a little bit. You okay? Oh, sir, they told him, I have to take you to the hospital. Your levels are off the charts low. Like, this is dangerous. I got to take you to the hospital. Do I have to go? Yes, you have to go. This is bad. Okay. Take him to the hospital. So we got all those fees, sheriff's office, EMS, take him to the hospital, in the ambulance, get to the hospital, forced test, forced blood test, give him that, put him in a room. Oh, those numbers aren't good. Put him in ICU downstairs. Oh. I'm just sitting here looking at it and saying, oh my God, how much is this costing the taxpayer in Hillsborough County, Florida? Oh my God. And because the sheriff's office did this, like I never got the answer because I didn't ask, but I was curious. Who pays that guy? Who pays the tab on that? The guy didn't want to go to the hospital. He was at home sleeping. He was fine. He's home sleeping. Knock on his door. He happened to wake up. If he didn't answer the door, there would have been nothing they could do because it was a warrant. That's like a low-level warrant. You can't, police department, kick the door down. It's not that kind of a warrant. But he answered. It's one of the warrants where you make contact, you can grab him. And they did. And set him down on the front porch. They treated him right, And I'm just thinking, oh my God, how much did this $500, roughly, I'm guessing, $500 laptop just cost whoever, us, him, the police department, whatever, the taxpayer? Holy crap, I'll never forget that. I'll never forget it. And I spent the rest of that ride along at the hospital with the deputy watching this guy because he had to be there with him. And then I think another deputy picked me up, and we, basically to take me back to the station. It was time to go. And then I don't know if it was the same night we heard of a call of a wrong way driver, drunk driver, wrong way, high speed, and on like the Crosstown Expressway, the paid toll thing. And deputy was coming, heard about the call, a different deputy, and was going there. And the guy plowed right into him, killed him. I don't know if the guy died too, but typically what you find is the drunk drivers, they don't die. They live. And the person they hit gets killed. You'll see their car and say, how the hell does someone even walk out of this thing alive? And they somehow do. Drunk drivers, it's just like some kind of miracle thing. And then the person they hit typically is just dead. DRT, dead right there. And I believe that deputy got killed that night. And I think it was just, I'm just saying that because I think it reminded me of that night. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, it's another interesting, bad thing that happened that night. But anyways, Wells Fargo. Scamming, credit card, right? Point of this was that guy cost the taxpayer probably $50,000. Or maybe they just billed him and said, pay us, that kind of crap. Wells Fargo can create millions and millions and millions of dollars in fraudulent charges, which they did. Just, you're not admitting guilt. You're not saying you did. You're not saying you didn't. Agree to a settlement. You're going to settle with these people and the government, and we'll let you go. That's it. And then what does Wells Fargo do? They do some other crap, some kind of mortgage thing, which crap was going on. Like I always say, the second you hear any of these things happening, okay, we won't do it again, sign an agreement, yeah, lawsuit, settlement, yeah, government, yeah, we won't do it, yeah. The very second they sign that agreement, they're already doing it. What do you mean? It's their business model. Guys, we can make $1 billion committing a felony that we won't get charged with. We'll just pay a fee to get out of it. We may have to pay $200-300 million. You know, breaking news, huge fine, Wells Fargo fined $300 million. How much did they make committing the crime? $1.2 billion. So you don't have to do any other work. You just keep doing that. Yeah. It's cost of doing business. We earn profits. We take some of the profits. You know, accounts receivable, accounts payable. We received $1.2 billion. We paid out $200 million. Cost of doing business. You on the other hand, don't let me catch you changing lanes without using your signal. Might have to haul you before the court, the magistrate. Take care.